Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Archea podcast. Today on this episode, we are going to talk about Metaverse, how you can pivot into this field as an architect or interior designer, what options do you have in this field, what opportunities do you have in this field. And I have with me today my dear friend Ritika Kothari, who has been in business for more than a year, and she's going to share all the behind the scenes with us. So over to you, Ritika.
Hi, Utsav. Thank you for having me on this podcast. And I'm very
Thanks.
excited to talk about this topic because, yes, it is new, it is cutting edge, it is for the future.
Yeah.
And I love that your audience is full of young people who want to learn more about this field. So let's begin with, the basic question everyone asks, what is metaverse?
Yeah.
So, I always give this example that when we were kids, we were living in our alternate universe. यार कभी हम लोग ही मैन थे, कभी हम बाबी बन जाते थे. We used to build our own universe. So it is exactly like that. It is a parallel universe जहाँ you can be anyone with avatars and you can create any world. Like, one of our architect interior designer friends recently said that, okay, I can make a ship fly and I can have elephants flying and I can have dolphins in the air. I can do anything in the metaverse. So that is exactly how I would like to describe metaverse. But technical terms may, applicability wise, utility wise, it is a virtual world where all the activities that you do in real world can be accessed via a device. Now that device can be any device, like Apple just launched theirs, which got everyone excited. But for years we've had VR devices like MetaQuest. Microsoft has their own device. So there are multiple devices, and that's how you can jump into the metaverse.
Yeah. So basically, the metaverse, the virtual world, how different is it from the real world? Like you just said that you can make anything happen. You can make dolphins fly. That is not possible in the real world, right? So
Yes.
how is it different and how is it similar to the real
So,
world?
Utsav, there is a thing called digital twins, which is very exciting in today's world. So, what people are doing is, say you have a farmhouse या तुम्हारा ऑफिस है या जब तुम जहाँ बैठी हो उसका डिजिटल ट्विन हम ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड में बना रहे हैं. सो व्हेन वी मूव योर ऑफिस टू ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड यू विल हैव नो बाउंड्रीज, राइट? You can talk to anybody in Paris, you can interview anybody in Paris, and our environment, our simulated environment will be exactly your office. So I have a metaverse office, and sometimes I have client presentations and client meetings in the metaverse office. So it's basically blurring all the boundaries of the physical world, and that's great for spatial designers and interior architects, everyone in the design field.
Right. Without the jig of going on site and working with contractors and all of that. Yeah. I think that is the best part about working in Metaverse. What excited me most about this is like when we were students, right? तो as architecture students हमें कितना excite करता था ना ये कि हमारे पास कोई definite boundaries नहीं होती थी design करने के लिए. We could do anything in the world. And that is what Metaverse is for me. That is how I can relate to Metaverse, personally speaking.
वो कर्व्स जो डालने डर लगता था ड्राइंग शीट पे, लाइक कर्व पर ये स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियर रिजेक्ट कर देगा.
Yes.
That problem is completely solved in the metaverse. And it is so realistic that you actually feel that you are in that environment, right? So it doesn't feel, in fact, there are some keywords like AR, VR, XR. When you mix all of these together, the experience is so hyper real. You can hear the water. If you put sea, if you put a bungalow near a sea, you can hear the water. You can actually put fishes, and when the fish goes inside, that sound will come. You can hold a glass of water or a wine. So these are the amazing possibilities that set it apart from the real world.
Right. Okay, so from what I have read in the past few days, Metaverse is going to become a trillion-dollar industry, right? And right now, so many multinational companies are already hiring designers in the metaverse, architects and designers who can work in the metaverse. So where do you think this is going, and how can an architect or interior designer make the most out of it?
Okay, it's a huge space, and there is a huge gap. So basically, at the moment, what is happening is uh, there are mostly coders in this space,
Hmm.
but they are not designers.
Yeah.
So the aesthetic value is not that great of the spaces that are being created. And this is where the young architects and designers can come in, and they just have to learn one extra software or two other things to, be
Hmm.
metaverse ready.
Hmm.
We all have learned 3D softwares like Rhino and 3D Max and Maya. So it's just an upgrade of that. There are softwares called Unreal Engine and Unity, which are most widely used. And then you can just obviously hand it over, like, coders are the contractors. In real world, we have contractors to build our ideas and bring them to life. Similarly, in the metaverse, the coders will do that job. But
Right.
the designing and the level, like we are currently building a showroom for a veneer brand. So veneer as a material can be, we know how it feels, right? But veneer has 1,000 varieties. So
Right.
if I want to showcase it all, it's possible in the metaverse. But in the offline world, the business development executive has to carry one like big portfolio with
Hmm.
small swatches. I will never get an idea of how my space will look, right?
Yeah, because the
So
scale is
imagine
different.
I
Yeah.
just have a showroom. I wear the BD person, the business development person only has to carry a glass, a goggle,
Yeah.
and I can actually be in the showroom. And again, no boundaries. So if I am India based, I can show my Bangalore showroom if the stock is something different. If my Punjab stock is different, I can show it to you. I can show multiple varieties, which is not possible in the physical world. Like even for marble, imagine if I had to show you whatever, a slab of marble, which I have probably 25 varieties in a same tone and texture. But I will have to
Hmm.
take you to my factory, which will be far. I will have to fly you down. So all that cost is completely gone.
Yeah.
So two major cost effective things that I feel the metaverse is bringing is the cost of like transport, wherein
Time,
you're
resources.
yeah, to pitch also you have to bring people down, fly people down, and show it to them.
Yeah.
So and what if they don't buy? So it's money wasted, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is the amount of possibilities you can showcase. In a showroom, also in a physical store, you can probably keep 25 pieces, 100 pieces, 200 pieces if it's a bigger showroom. But in the metaverse, you can build a big ass showroom at 1/10 or 1/100th the cost, and you can showcase thousands of samples.
Right, right,
So this
right.
is the best use case that we have identified, and we are working on it, and we want more people to actually experience this. I will also do a shameless plug-in that in October we are launching a mega event showcasing like 10 to 15 curated brands and how they are disrupting the world in Dubai.
Hmm.
So I think it'll be really interesting, and it's a ticketed event. So we also want some students to participate in this. The youth is the future. So
Yeah.
we are not building for
Yeah.
you and me.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
title. We are also old now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyone beyond 30 is irrelevant in today's
Yes.
world. So we are building. Why is it $1 trillion industry? It already is with games. If you
Yeah.
know this platform called Roblox,
Yeah.
the amount of money the students, the kids are spending, all their parents' credit cards, they're
Yeah. Yeah.
spending money from that, is on this game called Roblox. So हमारे और तुम्हारे लिए वो transition है कि
Hmm.
हाँ offline world or online world. But for the
Hmm.
kids, the generation
Yeah.
that is going to become a purchaser in the next 10 years, for them it is very
It is
natural
the
where
world.
they are
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
access it.
Hmm.
And 10 साल में तो normal goggles आ जाएंगे. They won't be heavy devices. They
Yeah.
will be really cool
Just normal
devices.
sunglasses with,
Yeah, no, like
yeah,
normal
operation. Yeah.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
So the all the predictions of it becoming a $1 trillion industry, and with big giants like Microsoft, Epic Games, Meta, everyone has invested in this space.
Yes.
So it's here to stay, but you have to start upskilling today.
Hmm. Yeah. So, like you just, talked about that when, like we have contractors in the real world, we have coders in the virtual world, right? So, और क्या-क्या चीजें होती हैं? What are the other aspects or segments of working on a virtual project? जैसे clients होंगे. One, you said that there is a veneer brand that you're working with. So,
Yes.
so there are brands or there are normal clients who like to build a digital twin for their own homes. ऐसा भी होता है.
So that is also happening. So there is a builder here who it's not our client, but there's a builder here who has who's selling farmhouses, but he's built digital twins. So you get an NFT of your space, a digital spin in this space in the metaverse. So, maybe like after 10 years, your avatar or your kid's avatar might want to live there, right? Might want to access your home, and they are also selling the same physical copy of it. So this
Yeah.
is a great space, and it's more acceptable for people our generation because it's a hybrid combination. And yes, we are working with carpet brands, lighting brands, few other in this segment, to build their virtual spaces. Now, till now, the difference, the major difference that you will see is Google Photos gave that facility, right? You
360
could do a
degree, yeah.
360 view, but you can't see the edges. You can't see, if I've placed a table, I won't be able to see the edge. But in the metaverse, I will be able to see the edges. The product will be looking very realistic as it is a 3D asset.
Yeah.
With haptics, we can for now only hold on VR, we can only hold certain objects. So you can hold the wine glass and you can be sipping. So few things, yes, you can. You can tweak if you want the light to be placed somewhere else. You can pick up that light and place it somewhere else. So all these facilities are there, but the designer needs to have that vision also. This is possible, that is possible. For that, some kind of training is required, because in the offline world, our thought process is very structure
Limited.
oriented.
It's very limited because of the site context and everything. It's very limited. Yeah.
बिल्कुल. Or either it is unlimited, so now you have to, it's like a diamond. Now you have to come to 5 ideas जो आप करना चाहते हो, because 5,000 ideas are possible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and fashion again, it's a very great space. We are designing a showroom for a fashion brand. So fashion,
Wow.
so where digital.
I personally feel कि बहुत जल्दी ये जितने भी ये फैशन शोज होते हैं ना, ये वर्चुअल होने वाला है.
But they
I
already are.
personally.
There's a Metaverse Fashion Week. They're in the third year now. All big
Okay.
brands like Dior and Coach and Chanel
Oh
have
my
all
God.
launched. In fact, Tiffany did a collaboration with Nike and they dropped an NFT. So actually, people who are not in this world, they don't know about all these updates.
Yeah.
But because we are, and that's the reason why we shifted our base to Dubai, because it's more metaverse friendly in terms of compliance. So anyone who has all these questions, key compliance. For designers, there are no compliance. You can design anything. Only when crypto is involved, that is a problem in India. That is a barrier in India. But for designers, it is limitless. So we need designers. We need people who are trained in this field and who know how to use these small ideas and nuances.
Okay. So I am an architect and now I want to become a virtual space designer. So by the way, guys, the architect who works in the metaverse is called a virtual space designer. Okay. So if I want to become a virtual space designer, what are the three important steps to do that?
Okay. First thing, you have to unlearn everything you studied in your offline world, probably, because that somehow limits you.
Yeah.
Go back to probably being your first year student where you wanted to do unlimited things, probably go watch Marvel movies to get inspired. I always keep telling that, because those are the possibilities. Like Iron Man, they used to show, he used to do things like that. You can actually do that with a VR headset now, right? You can actually move things around, you can actually place things in the context, etc., etc. So first step is unlearning your offline world sensibilities. Keep design at the core. Never forget your principles of design, which are like balance, harmony, all of these things, because that you will require in the digital world also, because those principles remain the same. Then the third thing is upskill, read about it, keep yourself updated. Somebody is doing something new, and all these things are very new. So you can watch multiple YouTube videos, you can join courses which are specific to metaverse and designing, and please upskill yourself because everything is software based now. We are not hand drawing anymore, which is sad, but we can sketch on Procreate. And I can also share like how we converted sketch into an actual metaverse space. That is some visual that I will be sharing in the course that we launch.
Yeah. Yes. So we are actually launching the course today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're launching the course today. And since we
I thought it will take some time,
Yeah.
but yes.
No, we're launching the course today. So since we are talking about the course, how about you tell the audience what you are walking them through inside the course and what they'll get out of it?
Yes, so the course is focused for spatial designers and for people who want to become virtual space designers. They need to have basic training of architecture or interior design. That's something we cannot teach at the moment via the course. So if you're already an architect or interior design student, then it is great. A knowledge of basic 3D softwares is very, very important. What we will be doing is showing you how to convert your basic education in architecture and interior design to specific things, how to inculcate AR, how to make spaces immersive, how things go become VR compliant. So there are stages to it, like from like it in real life, from like sketch to the final uh, experience. We call it an experience because you can't feel it. We will map the entire journey and walk you, it literally handhold you through the whole process. So via some conversations, yes, I'll be talking a lot, but we'll be showing you visuals at every stage and a basic introduction to the software and how easy it is to convert a SketchUp file into a Unity file and make it VR compliant. And by the end of it, definitely you all will have your own space and an avatar for sure.
Yeah. So if I have to sum it up, the course talks about so basically you have to be an architect or interior designer and you have to have basic knowledge of 3Ds. But what the course is talking about is how do you take a sketch and convert it, through different softwares, through modeling, through computational designs and all of that, and convert that into an actual experience. So for someone who is trying to dive into becoming a designer in the metaverse, this course helps you from zero to the end result. That is correct.
Product.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you were interested in something like this, and if you're thinking ki, I like being an architect, I like being an interior designer, but I want to maybe try something else, maybe pivot into a different field, or maybe you're really passionate about designing, but you're not so passionate about building in the real world. You don't like the chaos of contractors and everything, that this is a beautiful opportunity for you to explore. Even if you want to take your own projects, if you want to work with companies. In fact, Ritika is going to hire people who take the course. Yes.
We are hiring at the end of the course. We're definitely hiring.
Yeah. So it's going to be a beautiful opportunity. All you guys have to do is go to archea.in, check out the course and see if you can relate to it. If you can relate to it, enroll now and take the big leap. And I think this summarizes what we are talking about in the metaverse. Is a meta designer, virtual space designer, also relevant in the, multinational companies like Microsoft? Do they also hire, and does a virtual
at the moment, virtual designers are making games because that is the most monetizing thing at the moment. But we will create digital things. Microsoft, in fact, is working on creating an engine rig called digital twin, and AI will be assistant in that.
Wow. Wow.
These are the kind of projects and possibilities that people are working on across the globe.
Yeah.
And if you are like slightly trained, you can just keep upgrading yourself and directly write to these people, because the pool is very small right now. The talent pool is very small.
Yeah.
So the chances of getting hired are much
डिमांड
higher.
बहुत ज्यादा है और सप्लाई बहुत कम है. दिस इज द राइट टाइम टू
Absolutely.
टैप इट. या बिकॉज
Right
अगर
time to tap it.
राइट टाइम टू टैप इट, बिकॉज गेमिंग की भी अगर मैं बात करूँ, when we were kids it was a different kind of gaming. Now gaming is so immersive, वो ऐसा लगता
So
ही नहीं आप
real.
गेम में हो. It's very real. It's
Absolutely.
just like actual homes and actual hills and
Exactly.
actual beaches and everything. It's
So who is
very real now.
designing all that? Some
Yeah.
architect has to design
Yeah.
it, right? God of the War जो गेम है उसका पूरा जो फोर्ट्रेस वगैरह डिजाइन किया हुआ है, some architect has designed it.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
I think the possibilities are endless, and for
And come on,
anyone,
$1 trillion industry बनने ही वाली है. There's no option.
yeah, and everyone knows that, you know, building in the real world, I mean, it has a lot of opportunities in itself, but this has much better opportunities for people to scale
And it has
themselves. So,
opened up a whole new career path, Utsav, which
for
people are
architects,
doing
yes,
right
yes,
now.
yeah, people
Like
need this right
architecture
now.
journalism was some 10 years ago, it was not this big, right?
Hmm.
Now it has become very big because of digital platforms.
Yeah,
Same thing is going to happen with metaverse designers also.
metaverse
Right now,
designers.
it's starting phase. So if
Hmm.
you jump into it at the moment, then by the time people hire full time, you will already have experience in it.
Yeah. So take the leap today.
Yes.
That's what we can say.
So I think you all should join the course
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
metaverse ready
Be
and
metaverse
become a
ready,
great person.
and you know, while it's the right time, just do it. Because हम लोग क्या करते हैं, I think we as this generation we are doing this a lot, कि हम लोग बाद में regret करते हैं, यार अगर हम तब कर लेते तो कितना अच्छा होता. तो now I'm
Exactly.
saying कि अब कर लो.
And seriously, I started it that way only. I was also lazy and I never the only reason I studied architecture and didn't practice is because I don't like dealing with contractors and I don't like going to the sites. But the moment I found this space, it took me 6 months to just, enter into it and crack the code. And like today we have Colab Cloud Meta in like a global market. So it's very easy to, the entry barrier is very, very, very small. So it's very easy to scale up your business, and
Right, right.
youth is the future. So
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's
All
your
right.
world now.
Yes. I hope you guys like this episode. To check out the course, go to archea.in, check it out, and let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer you out. And thank you, Ritika, for sharing so much wisdom with us. I think, what is that? अक्षय कुमार का एक डायलॉग है, मैडम सारी स्कीम आपने आज ही बता दोगे आप, तो सारी स्कीम आपने आज ही बता दी है. I think anyone who
I'm
wants
so
to make
excited. I
benefit of
can't
this.
stop talking about it.
Yeah, anyone who wants to avail benefit of this can make benefit of this from this episode itself.